Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, and it does appear that Joe Biden just got caught red-handed. It's being widely reported that Hunter Biden allegedly received wires from inside communist China, totaling upwards of $250,000 in 2019, and none other than Joe Biden's Delaware home was listed as the address for the beneficiary of the money. Well, what do you know? House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer, the Republican representative from the great state of Kentucky, obtained the information after subpoenaing bank records as part of the impeachment inquiry into the corruption of Sleepy Joe. The bank records indicated 2 wires originating from Beijing. Both were linked to BHR Partners, which was a joint venture between Hunter and a Chinese investment company where Hunter served on the board of directors. The 2 wires were sent to Hunter, but it was Joe's home in Delaware that was listed as his address. Representative Comer tweeted out, "Bank records don't lie, but President Joe Biden does. Joe Biden's abuse of public office for his family's financial gain threatens our national security." What did the Bidens do with this Beijing money? Americans demand answers and deserve accountability. So much for there's no evidence. There's no evidence refrain we've been hearing from the uniparty mouthpiece of the lamestream media. This, of course, is yet the latest evidence that completely undermines Joe's repeated denials that he had anything to do whatsoever. No knowledge, nothing with ever even speaking with Hunter about his illicit business deals. And of course, up until now, the legacy media has been actively trying to convince their rapidly dwindling audience that the myriad of examples of Joe Biden involving himself in Hunter's illicit business dealings actually does not mean that Biden involved himself in Hunter's illicit business dealings. So, for example, when Sleepy Joe called into Hunter's business meetings, getting put on speakerphone during Hunter's business meetings, talking to all the people there during Hunter's business meeting, according to legacy media, that's not Joe Biden involving himself in Hunter's business meetings. That's the absurdity that passes as reporting nowadays. Unfortunately for the left-wing activists disguised as journalists in the lamestream media, it is now absolutely clear, as the New York Post put it, that Joe Biden is, as vice president, was deeply involved in Hunter's illicit foreign business affairs. The biggest bombshell revelation, of course, came from the testimony of Hunter's former business partner, Devon Archer, who exposed eyewitness testimony of the connection between Biden and his son's controversial business ventures. According to Archer, Joe Biden played a crucial role as what he called the brand of his family's business. He was used as a signal of power, access, and influence during business meetings, whether they were in person or by speakerphone. Simply put, this access to the vice president of the United States attracted foreign business associates who showered Hunter with millions of dollars and lavish gifts. According to Archer, there were numerous instances when Joe Biden's presence and influence were used during business dealings. There were dinners at prestigious establishments in D.C., attended by Hunter's benefactors from Ukraine, Russia, and China. There were breakfasts at the vice presidential residence in D.C. There were meetings between Hunter and potential investors in China during one of Biden's official visits as vice president. I mean, the key in all of this is that, frankly, regardless of what they actually talked about, Biden's presence in all of these meetings, either in person or by phone, was a powerful signal of access to the heart of DC's power that was in turn leveraged into profit from foreign investors. And when we combine all of this from the other evidence that's now being put forward, there is no way around this. The walls are absolutely closing in on the Biden crime family. Wait until you see this. But gang, you know that Biden's corruption really is just the tip of the iceberg here. For example, up until now, the digital dollar or central bank digital currency, it's been little more than just a headline. But right now, I mean, things are developing at an alarmingly rapid pace. It started with a sweeping executive order from the Biden administration, and now central banks, they're even hiring for their development. So here's the thing, a digital dollar, you know this, a digital dollar means centralized control. It can be used to track your purchases, control what you buy. It could even be used to seize or freeze your assets like we saw with the Freedom Convoy. That's why it is so critical you protect your money with precious metals like gold and silver. I've partnered with the top-rated precious metals company Goldco that have helped patriots move over $1 billion into the timeless value of gold and silver. And now it is your turn. Right now, they're giving you up to $10,000 in free silver while supplies last. Plus, all qualified callers this week will receive a free Ronald Reagan silver coin. So don't wait. Click on that link below right now and do what countless patriots are doing to make sure bumbling Biden never, ever has control over all your money. Go to the link down below and learn how to get started today. In June of 2020, we got the revelation of an FBI-generated FD 1023 form, which is a special form agents fill out to record raw data from confidential human sources. The form claimed that the co-founder and CEO of Burisma, the corrupt Ukrainian energy company that Hunter Biden sat on the board of, the CEO of that company stated that he was coerced into paying Biden and his son Hunter $5 million each to shut down a Ukrainian investigation into his corrupt company. And of course, we have video of Biden openly admitting how he later engaged in a blatant quid pro quo with American tax dollars. Either you fire this special prosecutor investigating a corrupt Ukrainian energy company that just paid me $5 million and put my son on their board of directors. Either you do that or I'm withdrawing $1 billion in loan guarantees. Quid pro Joe, right? Dare I recall how a certain other president of the United States was actually impeached over just the accusation of something like this. Either you do what I want or, either you do what I want you to do or you ain't getting your money, right? Now, all of this is corroborating a smoking gun email first revealed by the New York Post back in October 2020 before the election. It was, of course, discovered on the laptop from hell and revealed how Hunter Biden introduced his father, who was then vice president, to a top executive at Burisma. And that meeting took place less than a year before Biden threatened to withhold $1 billion in aid from Ukraine until their government fired that special prosecutor investigating Burisma. Moreover, thanks to that laptop from hell, not only do we have these incriminating emails, but we actually have pictures of Sleepy Joe posing with Hunter Biden's business associates. The very ones that Biden said he knew nothing about. One of the pictures shows then Vice President Biden next to Mexican billionaire Carlos Slim with Hunter off to the side. There are a number of Hunter's business associates as well in the picture. Another picture shows Biden with some of Hunter's business associates from Kazakhstan. So we could go on and on. These photos indicate that the big guy clearly knew the business associates that Hunter was getting his money from. So all of this evidence is just absolutely overwhelming. We've got eyewitness testimony. We've got incriminating emails. We've got photos. And now we even have Biden's own Delaware home listed as the address for the beneficiary of communist Chinese money. The walls indeed are closing in on the Biden crime family. Butter the popcorn. This is getting good. Hey, gang, I know what it's like to feel alone out there in these turbulent times, but I broke free. If you too have been looking for a community with like-minded patriots who are serious about resisting globalism, building a parallel economy, and having intelligent and deep fellowship on a regular basis, then you've come to the right place. In my Courageous Patriot Insiders community, we're building a close-knit movement of, by, and for patriots who are breaking free from the outrage and despair cycles of the mainstream media and taking on the fight against globalism. Every week, I deep dive into the content I can't share on big tech and give you the cliff notes on the truth of how patriots just like you are building up their communities, starting patriot businesses, and fighting the woke in both public and private. All with a few history and political lessons from yours truly, of course. If you want to stop feeling alone as a patriot and stand together with this fast-growing community, be sure to click on the link in the description below. Don't wait. Join me and my Patriot Coalition today, and let's get fighting.